Good morning, everyone. Happy 4th of July weekend. Welcome to Mella's vlog. Thank you so much for being with me. You know, we cover a lot of different things on this channel. And for some of you who remember when I started the channel, I was focusing really mostly on fitness and health. And I still am and will share with you my journey. However, I've added to that the health of the earth, wildlife, different things going on, maybe clips in the news. We'll be covering lots of things here, lots of fun things. So thank you so much for being with me. I want to start off with sharing this air purifier that my son got for me, gifted me for my birthday. Now, you know our air quality goes up and down in a variety of places where you are. Now, we're up near Canada, and last year I was located a couple of hours south of here, so I was a couple of hours away from Canada, and we had at that time in that location gotten effects of the forest fires that were going on. So now I am actually closer, and I am in a different location with a different environment around me. So my son thought to get me this air purifier so I can have windows open, and if there are any elements of whatever they are coming in, this is a protection. And let me read to you the benefits of an air purifier, and then I will give you price ranges. So this is just a Google, but air purifiers offer numerous benefits, primarily by improving the indoor air quality. And they can reduce allergens like dust, pollen, pet dander. They can alleviate allergy and asthma symptoms. That's huge. And I'll explain why this is so good for me in a moment. So remove unpleasant odors and even help reduce the spread of airborne diseases. And we all know as a society just how important that is nowadays. Additionally, cleaner air can contribute to better sleep and reduce stress levels. Okay, let me read that one again. Air purifiers they clean the air, but they help you sleep better and can contribute to reducing stress levels. That is super important in a day and age in our society where we run into a lot of stress, maybe stressful, or maybe people who are agitated, or they're giving off some vibes that are not pleasant because of their own situation. So I want to read this to you. Now, thank you for being with me, for having a cup of coffee with me. I do need to sip this as we go along. And so I'm going to take a sip, and then I want to read these benefits. So in addition to what I just read, it goes into a little bit of detail here. And so allergy and asthma relief. Air purifiers, especially those with HEPA filters, which is what this has, can significantly reduce the amount of allergens in the air and from asthma sufferers. So I don't advertise this, but many years ago I went through a decade of really having a lot of asthma issues. And it even put me into pneumonia multiple times. And so stress was definitely a contributor. I will tell you, stress can make you ill, absolutely. But your environment can too, and physical things that are in it. So this is a really good for me in that regards, in regards to allergens, because I am in a new environment. That means new vegetation. It means maybe different habits of people around you, different things like that. Reduced respiratory issues by removing dust, dust. I'm not saying you don't need to dust your house, okay? I'm just saying it removes the dust floating in the air. Look, it removes smoke that comes into the air and other pollutants. Air purifiers can help improve breathing and reduce the risk of respiratory problems. And now I have had, excuse me, not a major issue in breathing and not a major issue in congestion, but noticed it starting to come on. That's why my son was so thoughtful. That's why he got this for me. A prevention of airborne diseases. Some air purifiers can capture bacteria and viruses, helping to reduce the spread of airborne disease. I mean, you know what? If you can curve that even a little bit, how awesome is that? Now, in apartment living, and I've been in apartment living now for over a decade, and when you're in apartment living, people know this. If you're inside, let's say the building, and you have a hallway, somebody comes down that hallway, and even though I was in a small apartment building, people down the hallway, they're always coughing and sneezing, especially in the winter, they're coming in from there, always, always. That lingers. So having this in your house is, this is not an advertisement in any way, but that is an amazing, amazing tool, a piece of equipment to have, that it can actually reduce the spread of airborne diseases. Improve sleep quality. Now, who doesn't love that? By removing allergens and pollutants that can disrupt sleep, air purifiers can contribute to a more restful night's sleep. I typically am one of those that I'm so exhausted. I sleep at least mostly through the evening, the night. But this is just amazing to know. So you're breathing better, you're sleeping better. So reduce stress. Studies suggest that breathing cleaner air can lower stress levels and improve your overall well-being. So this is definitely the place for this to be on this channel. I love the design of this too, and my son helped set it up. If you do get one, make sure you have a little help if you're not used to putting equipment together, because my son had figured out you needed to take it apart. He took it apart to get the filter unwrapped. It was actually wrapped in plastic on the inside. So you have to take the whole thing apart, right? It's not difficult, it's just a couple pieces. Now the other benefits, air purifiers can effectively neutralize and eliminate unpleasant odors from pets, cooking, and other sources. So, I mean, I don't know pets, but I love animals. And, I was thinking of getting a bird, but I was hesitating. And I do hesitate because had forgotten, but I am actually allergic to the dander of their feathers. And so I don't know, but maybe this would alleviate that a little. So dust reduction. By capturing dust particles before they settle, air purifiers can help reduce the amount of dust buildup in your home. So that's amazing right there. So maybe you don't have to dust as much. Protection against pollution. So this is a big one, because right now, where I was before, I was, like I said, two hours south of the Canadian border. So I'm 2 hours closer to the Canadian border. And they had forest fires last year. That's definitely a pollutant. So this can protection against pollution. Air purifiers can help protect against harmful particles and gases from outdoor sources, especially in areas with high levels of pollution. So, you know, look, smoke is a pollutant, whether it's from a forest fire or or someone, right, smoking a cigarette. It's a pollutant. So this is wonderful. Another, and this actually covers a whole apartment area. So it covers like up to over, it's on the box, I believe it's like very close to 1,200 feet, square feet. This covers an apartment, a whole apartment. So most of them anyway. So improve cognitive function. Check this out. Some studies suggest that cleaner air can improve cognitive function and productivity. That makes perfect sense. For example, many years ago, I took a temp job in a manufacturing, and the environment just had these, you know, odor of paint and resin, epoxy, and plastics. So it was very, what I want to say, distracting. It was distracting because I could feel all of that, you know, going into my system. So athletic appeal. Many air purifiers are designed to be sleek and stylish, complementing the home decor. This truly is, because I didn't plan this at all. But because my son had bought me, as you know, a little desk and chair for me to do my writing, because you know I write books. And then he bought me later on, like a year later, a little shelf to match, also black. Guess what? So this is black and white because I went out and bought at a tag sale, as you know, a white and beige rug. I had shown you that. If I didn't show it on this channel. I think I showed it on my other channel, Echo Art with Carmela T. So I wanted to share that with you, and then I'm gonna pull up. I just want to share. No, you know what? I'm going to save this for the next video because it's kind of funny and I kind of want to keep it separate. But it's an article I got in my email, and it's about skunks in Vermont. So check it out. That will be the next video coming up today. So anyway, I hope that you got some good information out of an air purifier. I noticed relief immediately here, immediately. So this will be on low in the night while I am sleeping to clean the air. And I just think it's wonderful. And I asked my son if it takes a lot of ampage, and it doesn't. So that's another really good quality. So with that, I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. A love and light.